excited. We got a bunch of kids that getting opportunities to play, that have wanted an opportunity and have worked hard for it. We had a really great summer in the weight room. Attendance was awesome. We got a bunch of young kids, a bunch of inexperienced older kids that are ready for their shot. And that's exciting to see when you get new kids that are getting their opportunity on the field and be the ones leading the way. With that big senior class graduating off you mentioned the state championship team, there's opportunity to be had, and our kids are hungry. We're going to be a little different than we were last year, obviously, but that changes from year to year. That's another exciting thing about it is how you handle them differently from year to year. We developed a strong foundation here. We think these kids are bought in and they're ready and they want to take advantage of their opportunity. So just getting the opportunity to get back on the field and play is always exciting. At a school our size, it was huge because 18 seniors that's massive at a school as small as we are. But I mean, it is what it is. You deal with it every year. That's just part of it, part of replacing kids. And, you got kids on your roster that are ready, and they just got to go seize that opportunity. But it is difficult at any time you lose that number of players at one time. But we got a good sized senior class returning from that were juniors last year that we feel pretty confident about, and they've done a good job leading us. And you can't necessarily replace the kids we lost because you got to change from year to year. So I'm not worried so much about replacing them, but finding the best fits for the kids we have to plug them into where they need to be so we can be successful. Well, we'll probably run the ball a good bit more than we did last year. We were a little more spread and throwing the ball around and throwing it up the trestle and letting Kobe hit him deep and things like that. But we'll be a little more old school in how we do our run pass balance, and that'll be a little different for us. But we got Heckman back. Tristan scored 5 touchdowns in the state championship game and 5 2-point conversions, and he had an incredible junior season, and he's special. He's a special player. So it all starts and stops with him on both sides of the ball. But we got young men that are ready. You got Judson Martin's a junior, played a lot as a sophomore for us last year. That'll be back. You just talked to Chandler on the line of scrimmage. We got him doing some work in the backfield too. Cole Pursley, a senior that's returning for us, that had a really big year last year. Ryan Small, who plays safety for us, plays receiver, really fast, hard-hitting kid. It's all over the field. He's going to have a big year. So those returning guys are big, and we got some sophomores and juniors that we feel pretty good about. And we got some freshmen that are going to stick with us early that are going to have to play just from a sheer number standpoint. So if those kids can come along, we feel like we can be competitive.
See, last year we knew we lost a lot. We had a lot of good seniors and stuff, and we knew we had a lot of youngins coming up this year that really had to step up, have to really get in the weight room, push hard. Bunch of seniors, we got to be leaders out here and push them to get better every day, and just give all we can, be as mental as we can. We're all kind of getting there. We still got a long ways to go. I definitely feel like this scrimmage tomorrow at Lee Academy is going to definitely help us. It's going to be a lot of physical stuff going on. So it'll definitely be a challenge, and we'll find out who really wants the position. Like I said, it's a big mental game also. So we'll just see who all's good to go there. So far, I feel like we've done a pretty good job trying to lead this team and trying to just guide them in the right direction, helping out the younger ones whenever they don't know, need help on a play or something. I feel like we're always there to help them out, tell them where to go, what to do, and then whenever we're hyping them up after a really good play, if they make a good hit, something like that. So I feel like we're just all there. I feel like we're doing pretty good right now.
First thing that we're working on is our culture. Nothing wrong with what was there before, but I believe that no matter what we're going to install, culture has got to be number one. And that really starts with us preaching about family instead of just doing like everybody else does, being a part of that family mantra. We're going to define family for them. It stands for forget about me, I love you. When it's hot and when things get tough, and we know our family has our back. Family is a really good culture word, not just because it sounds good, but when you really apply it, it makes a difference. And so culture is number one. We do have a lot of experience, and that's good. And the experience that they have, if I could just speak on the offense for a minute, they have experience with a variety of different formations and concepts thanks to what's happened in the past. And so what we're bringing in is not so unfamiliar, and they adapt to it really well. These kids are smart, first of all. So when pitching new ideas and concepts at them, it's something that they pick up on right away as if they've done it quite a bit before. That's going to make installs a lot easier, and then mix that with any kind of athleticism that we have. It just puts a little fire under us to makes us a little more confident about what we're doing as well. Well, good news is when we first started, we didn't really know what we were going to have back about 4 weeks ago when we were in our spring training. And then as the summer has gone on, we've had, thanks to the excitement around the program, we've had some new faces pop up from different sports, and that should help us out. So people that can jump and catch the ball in the air, that are 6 foot plus, that look great in a set of pads. Those kind of people have shown up, and they do pretty good. Our style is really a lot of passing, a lot of RPOs, spread style, and hoping to use smarts to move the ball up and down the field and score. We're really creative offense. We like to have a lot of fun. We like to be loud. We like the tempo. And I think we have the right people, not just the players, but also the staff that can teach the tempo that we expect to have. Everybody's in those spots that we expect to have that way.
Yeah, Coach Fagan's first year, he's excited for us. We're working out a lot. We want to win. He has a winning mentality. We all do. We're all close. He loves us. We're family. It's a new process for me because last year we were wing tee a lot. This year we're spread out a lot. No huddle, fast. I'm excited to get to work. It's going to be fun. I've been working with my receivers a lot this year, my O-line. The small details like cadence, we work on that a lot. Last year we messed that up a lot. Throwing the ball a lot better this year. Last year I got stuck in a weird position because I was started as a receiver, but it's going to be smooth this year.
I think it's a great mix. We were very young last year, and we have a lot returning, but they're still young. We had five freshmen start last year. I don't think we've had 5 freshmen start in my first 13 years here together. So, all of them back, and we're playing older. We look more mature. Been pleased with our scrimmages and what we're doing, and the learning curve is what it is, and we're getting better. We're working on developing some depth. I think all schools our size deal with some depth at certain positions anyway. So we've been a little nicked up, had some sickness, so we get everybody back and healthy. We like our team. I like the character of our team, and I really like our mental approach. We really have, it's very cliche, but man, just take it one day at a time. The goal today is to get better, and that's what we've been doing so far. Offensively, well, we did have an injury, so we got 3 linemen, tight ends are back, quarterbacks back, receivers, running backs. We did lose Dawson Anderson, played fullback when we went fullback, Austin Johnson at receiver. So we probably got 7 starters back on offense. Defensively, a little more hit, probably 5 or 6 back, but a lot of kids that rotated in and played. So we have more depth at DB than we did last year, but we have less experience. But our 2 senior corners that actually were playing corner and safety, Josh Davis and Brooks Poston, they're really going to anchor that defense. They're 3-year starters in the secondary for us, and so that's a big plus, and they're able to really help the other guys that are rotating in other spots as they learn.
Okay.
We're starting probably 3 sophomore linebackers, but all 3 of them got varsity experience last year. So yes, they're young, but they have some experience, and Hayden Schwab's kind of anchoring our defensive line, defensive end. He's a junior, and he's a big physical player. Pierce Boykin's a senior at the other end. He played a lot last year, so we have some good experience in a lot of spots, and we're very pleased with how our efforts been so far. Yeah, so Andrew Miller, he's been hurt. He got hurt over the summer, and he was our leading rusher last year. And I know we had a lot of guys about the same amount of tackles, but probably our leading tackler, and he hadn't played a snap yet. He hadn't been able to practice, so. When he gets back, it's going to be a big deal. It makes everybody better. But Josh Davis has done a great job running the football, Brooks Poston catching the ball, and just running the ball as well. Riley Minton's at quarterback. Sophomore, second year, he looks a lot more mature, making really good decisions. We have, like I said, we've had some injuries at some spots, so we're kind of throwing a lot of different people in some different spots. Landon Fagan's had some good moments. Our offensive line is done a lot better. Parker Watson's a 3-year starter center, or he'll be tackled this year. Returning Wyatt Clark's a senior, be playing center. Jamison McDaniel's a senior guard, so we have some experience up there. And Preston Fowler, who's just a sophomore, but he started every game last year on the offensive line. So a lot of snaps up there. So that's a big positive for us.
Well, last year we had a good year. Ended up going into early first round. Just had a tough game. I was injured last year, so I'm looking forward to getting back playing this year. But we got a pretty experienced secondary, so I think we should have a good group there. And then we got a bit of a new offense this year, doing some new plays, and it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be exciting. I mean, it helps out. We got guys that we can trust. We can run behind every play, then we got guys that can also just help out the younger guys, and it helps grow the younger guys, and it just helps us right now. So yeah, I think it comes to all of us just buying in and trying to give our best effort every game. I think we got the guys to make a good run this year. It's all just about us just buying in and trying to learn every week and getting better every week in practice.